everybody, welcome back to Junk Bucket Garage. Today we're going to work on the Junk Bucket Torino. Me and my father-in-law just did a bunch of rewiring under here because when I first built the car, I just wanted to go do burnouts. So everything kind of got thrown in there the way it went until it ran. And so I'm backing up a little bit, fixed a few things, make it a little bit safer, a little bit nicer. And when I built the car, the only thing I could find were these nice 17-inch Crown Victoria Mustang type wheels. And you have to put a 1-inch spacer behind them for them to work. And my heart don't lie with 17-inch wheels on a muscle car. That's just not muscle car. 15s with a lot of tire around them, those are muscle car. So now that I've done the chore of rewiring it, I get the reward of putting some cool new wheels and tires on it. And I think you're gonna like these, they're pretty cool. These automatic wrenches are making me fat. You don't even have to work for it anymore. See, when I pull this wheel off, these are the spacers I was talking about. Because the back spacing on these wheels is set up for the late model Mustang Crown Victoria type suspension. And you have to move them out like an inch for them to fit. It works. You can get some cheap 17-inch wheels for your ride if you just throw some spacers on it. I mean, you can't argue with cheap. And if you like big wheels, it's cool. I just don't like big wheels on a muscle car.
Those are nice.
So here's my front wheels, front tires. They're a 215 65 R15, a 15-inch wheel. I kind of stayed with the blacked out look. I like it. My other cars are painted all shiny. It's got shiny chrome on it. The chrome wheels or the polished aluminum wheels look good. But I just like, on the old clapped out cars, a really nice black wheel. It lets people know that you actually like your car and it's not just a pile. But these are cheap Jegs wheels. They look great. I've used Jegs wheels on a few things and I really like them. These Milestar Street Steels are a good tire. They're white lettered. They're from America's Tire, yeah. This is one of the only tires, this, BF Goodrich, and Cooper Cobras are the only tires I could find that, and this is a giveaway for what's gonna happen in a minute. It's the only tire you could find in 2 different sizes that are common, you know, like the biggest tire you can get under a car in these old 60s and 70s models that have matching front and rear tires. You can get a 215 65 and a 295 50-15 for a big 10-inch wheel in the back, and that have the white lettering on the outside. Those are the only 3 tires I could find anywhere in the world ever that have the white lettering and both sizes in the same tire. These are just a little cheaper, and that's me, man. Cheap. They got to be cheap. I mean, they look good though. Let's see what they look like on the car. All right. Oh, my liver. Okay. Side by side, this is a 17-inch wheel on a 245 45 17, 15-inch wheel on a 215 65 15. And to me, the muscle car, the smaller wheel with more tire sidewall showing, especially the white letters, that's the car I drove in high school was a 66 Mustang Fastback, and it had to have the white letters showing on a 15-inch wheel. I think that's just side by side, the height difference is negligible. These are a little bit taller. I wanted that. And you can see I kind of stuck with the black theme. I just think these wheels look a lot better. I think they're going to look a lot better on the car too. bit, huh? Maybe? No? Yes, no? Oh, it already looks like trash. I love it. Child-proof. I need an adult.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the big dumb guy. Can't open the thing. Help me out here, Jake. Oh! Trying to kill me? They say a sharp knife is safer than a dull knife unless you hand it to an idiot. I see a future problem here. These lug nut holes are recessed. And I don't know if there's enough room around this lug nut to even get a socket on there going inside that hole. About to find out. They are sticking out a little bit. That's about finished. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Like it was meant to be. Like a glove. Don't scratch the paint. Don't scratch the paint. I gotta do this again. Just open a vein and get it over with. Two. Shiny. Hello? And I already measured all the back spaces. I checked, made sure that everything is going to clear, so we're good to go. It's going to make the car look completely different. Ah! Go away. I am going to have like 15 sets of lug nuts now, though, after having these on here. Oh, one less. I got spacers for sale, cheap. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. Reminds me of the girlfriend I had once. Pick 'em. So here again is our front runner. 7-inch wheel, 4-inch back spacing. And this is a 215/65 15. And here's our back tire. Yeah, look at that. That'll put some rubber on the ground. That is a 10-inch wheel with 5.5 inches of back spacing. After measuring it all out, that's just about perfect. And it still gives me a little bit of a deeper face so that you can see the stagger when you look at the car from the outside. This is a 295/50 15. And being this is a 65/15, you'd think this is going to be a taller tire because the aspect ratio is so much more. But with the wider tire and all the mathematicals that the tire people do, if you actually go by tire circumference, that 50 series tire is taller than the 65 series in the 215. So even though it's only a 50 series tire, because it's a 295, it's taller than the 215 65 series tire. And now question, are these even gonna fit? I think they will. I think enough burnouts, the self-clearance. Tires on my hot rod. Then we're gonna go do burnouts and ruin them. If I do a big fat burnout today, we're not gonna tell your daughter, right?
I don't see anything.
Hopefully she won't watch the video later. I'm only allowed one set of back tires a year. That lasts me like a weekend. Torqued to perfection. See what they look like with weight on them. Here, watch that. Watch this.
Oh no, it stands up high in the front.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Oh, those look nice. I do like that checkered flag on the outside of the tire. Oh, it's cool.
Those white walls look nice.
The white, yeah. Get that blue crap off of them. They look good.
Same way I used to get.
Oh my God! What happened to this tire? Healthy. Oh man, that's a racing tire now.
You know, Mickey Johnson.
Yeah. Make your own slicks. There was not much life left in that.
See the earther.
Oh, we totally should have went and finished them off. Completely hosed them. I think we might do that anyway. Just thought of something. Am I even going to be able to stuff these in there with the rear end up like that? I might have to lift the body up.
Good hunk of meat there.
Why'd you do that? Okay, if we go up a little more with the jack,
Uh-huh.
I can sneak them in there. Stay. Good tire. Stay win.
You're clear.
Got it? Maybe? Yes, no? So close. Just hanging up.
Once you get it on, it'll be okay.
I think if we put a jack stand here to hold the body of the car up, and I'll let the rear end down a little, and then I should probably be able to clear it.
That worked really well. Like you knew what you were doing.
All right, 295s on the back. It actually looks like there's some tire on there. So the Jags wheels have the 10-inch wheel, 4.5-inch back spacing or 5.5-inch back spacing. Oh, hey, check this out. This is a good burnout right here. Look at that. Nice. That's what they're supposed to look like after Saturday night. Picking up the ladies. All right, so the jack's back under the rear end. So this tire is sitting at ride height. It's, I mean, up off the ground, but that's where it's gonna sit when the car's on the ground. And you can see that 5.5-inch of back spacing, that's not touching, but anytime I hit a bump, that's gonna cut into the tire. That is pretty simple to fix. You just roll this lip up out of the way. You could even push the fender out a little bit if you had to, if you don't care about your car, or you could do it the right way and flare it. There's plenty of room for tire on this 1970 Torino. We'll get those moved out of the way. Just do a little massaging on that, and I think we'll be good to go. So we just got to roll that lip a little bit to get it out of the way of the tire. And I'm sure you've seen this trick that some of those cambered out, sweet ass, super rides do, where you just stick a bar in there and you roll it and you bend the whole fender to shit. Well, you don't have to bend it all up. This actually works pretty good when it's really tight. Start with something small. We've already ran this through there twice. We're not trying to deform the quarter panel at all. We're just moving that lip and rolling it up so that it's not straight out and cutting into the sidewall of the tire. We're just gently rolling it up out of the way. And this is just an easy way to do it. You could take the tire off, use some pliers and push it up. Hello? Or you could use a hammer or something. This just, it works. So I've ran that through there twice. We graduated to the boss level now. Put that in there. Oh yeah, like that. Here we are. Oh yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Just like that. Okay. And now we didn't deform this at all. And we've got a really good start at just having that lip rolled up out of the way. We'll run that through there a couple of more times. But I think we are like right there. We're not going to touch that tire. And you know what? When it comes to hot rods, there's places to spend your money. And you want a nice place to sit, that's obvious. You could find seats for a good price. You don't got to break the bank there. You got to spend a lot of money on the engine and transmission, because that's where all the fun is. You want to be able to go out and just hose your brand new tires, which is the other place that is very expensive. Take care of your wheels and tires. You know, if I would have left that there, these tires would have lasted 10 miles and it would have chopped them up. But we're going to get it. And then we're going to go do burnouts. That's how you ruin new tires. Oh, it's starting to smell a lot better. Oh, I think that's going to work. We just got a little bit of that edge rolled. And that's looking great. See, all we're doing is rolling that lip that's sticking out so that it won't interfere with the tire. Beautiful. Other side. All right. We got them in there. I could stick my fingers up in there and go like that all the way around. And that just, I mean, they look good. There's actually some tire under there now. This thing has a really bad habit of releasing all of the smoke from the tires. Maybe this will help. Those look good. And I also got to say something about these America's tires and these Jags wheels. I'm not endorsed by either one of these people. They wouldn't throw a stick at me. But the biggest, or the most out of balance any of these was less than an ounce. And then one of these 295 50-15s on a 10-inch wheel in the back was completely dead nuts zeroed on the balance machine with no weights on it at all. It was perfect. It took nothing. What happened? No go juice? You got the key on, hitting the button? Uh-oh. What'd you do to it?
Just sit down.
Well, that's how you broke it. Did I leave something on in here? Maybe. Did I leave this fancy radio on? battery's dead? Or did something come undone here?
Those are tight.
You say Mazel Tov? Well, what a piece of junk. Well, one disaster averted. We got that started. It was just a wire that came unplugged. But man, some wheels and tires can just absolutely change the whole attitude of a car. Just having some meat on the back finally, and those 15-inch wheels look so much better. Yeah, happy. Let's go drive it. The nose is pointed downward now. It feels like a completely different car. I feel like I'm gonna slide out of my seat.
It's only if you go camping.
What happened? That sounded like the fuel pump ain't on. It's not on.
What happened?
Did I turn off that breaker? About to find out. No fuel pumpage. Oh, no. No, that breaker's on.
Just run out of gas.
No, I couldn't. The fuel pump wasn't on. Here, turn the key on. Maybe I just didn't have it in the right spot. Wiggle it around a little bit. No fuel pump. Oh, when we let that rear end down or messing around back there, did I hit a wire or something? Everything's plugged in back here. That is garbage. So, here's my fuel pump. And my fuel pump trigger wire is not hooked up. Where is it? Where did it go? That's a key on source, and we didn't hook it up. Genius. Well, that's the problem. There's no key power source to the relay for the fuel pump. We ran it over there to that starter solenoid, but we never spliced off or came back with it and hooked up the fuel pump. So now we gotta find a key on power supply to power that. This is why things take forever, man. It never ends. On the plus side, the wiring looks nice and tidy compared to what it was.
Like you said, when you get to the end of the trail, that's where you find the difficulties.
When you find the problem, yep. Okay, that's easy. Let's do this. All right, so I'm gonna let you in on what happened with the fuel pump. We went to start the car, nothing happened. After looking at everything except for what was wrong, I found what was wrong, and it was when I wired the car the second, third, fifth time, I think, maybe, I didn't hook up the key on power to the relay for the fuel pump. Well, now I've got all the wires ran nice and neat, and I don't want to just splice a wire on with a butt connector or have a wire running all the way back across that's not wrapped up in the loom. And I don't want to untape the whole loom just so I could put one stupid wire in it because I'm stupid. So I'm going to show you what I did down here. If you got yourself a pair of these, and you don't need these to do it, you could just cut the wire and then take them. I just unwrapped the loom enough where I could get to the wire I needed to splice into. Did that. Did that. Then I just took a razor, cut this piece out where I had bare wire showing. And then I ran a wire to my keyed source on the relay and soldered it right onto my key on wire that was already in the loom. And after I soldered it, tape it all back up, good to go, and you don't have to take your whole stinking loom apart to add one wire because you're a moron and you forgot to put it in the first place. Tech tip. You can do this, plenty of room. So if you ever get a chance and you're gonna do a lot of electrical work, I don't know what this stuff is. It's made by Tessa, but it's like a fabric electrical tape. And this stuff is so much better than that plastic stuff. And it looks a little more authentic in these old cars too, I think. But it is a lot more heat and UV resistant. It seems to last a lot longer. One downside is you cannot tear it with your fingers. That's not gonna happen. Unless you just got some extra strong fingers. And then, I don't know.
Fingernails.
God, man. That.
Shield, huh?
We're almost halfway to over to there doing it. Almost. We're almost close to something. I need a female spade. Uh-oh. The boss is here.
Yeah.
I can't get in trouble because I haven't done a burnout yet with the new tires. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, we're gonna get the key and we're gonna listen. Is the pump gonna come on? Beautiful. Now the wiring is done. Hi. What do you think? It looks like a totally different car, huh?
It does. They look great. Are you ready to see my tip that I got today?
I'm gonna go to burn them off right now.
Do you want to see my tip real fast?
That's, we're supposed to do that in private.
Did you bring a dog home?
Oh no. I hope it's not a puppy or a kitten. Oh my God.
It's in the.
It's a plant. It's almost as bad. It's something else for her to kill. That's beautiful, babe.
My dad said he felt like George in the jungle.
So while my wife is showing me plants, I'll just keep the phone right here and show you guys this big block 429. This has forged pistons. It has the big stainless steel valves, hardened seats, ported, big cam. C6. These are the C8 68 heads. C8, C9, and D0 were closed chamber high compression heads. And then put the big Cobra Jet valves in them. Like that one. Oh, look, plants. All those tires look good. Look at it. It's beautiful. So much better. And now the fuel pump works. Let's go see if we can do a big old rolling burnout and then not get the car impounded. I have faith. All right, launch number 2. We're off. Oh, hear that? That's a fuel pump. Ooh. Uh-oh. The starter, the brand new starter, mini starter is a little weak. My baby's a rebel, stealing for me. Look at you stealing for me. Nice. I want to see a date on there. Big page to shoot. Film the test drive down here with the wiring and the new tires, but this car has one belt that runs the alternator. That's all it does. And it was squalling like a banshee the whole way here, and to tell you the truth, I was so embarrassed by it, I just couldn't even put it on film. So instead of fixing it, we're going to spray all of this on it and see what happens.
Okay.
This is where it's really convenient to have the hood hold itself up. My hood doesn't do that. You got one job. Oh, that's hot. Don't do that. You had one job to do, Belt. One job. And you failed. Think that's enough? No? Yeah? I'm gonna start. Alright?
Yeah, got it.
I don't hear a squeak. Let's do some more of this.
I had to come look at it. I heard it pull up, but I didn't see it pull.
It's fun. A whole bunch of it. I think half a can's good. What do you think? fun doing burnouts in front of my house, you crazy kids.
Got a lot of power.
No, I mean those tires. Man.
Oh, yeah, a lot more, huh?
Oh,
Tires just barely do fit in the outside, don't they?
Yeah, that's pretty close, but they fit.
They don't rub at all.
Nope. 65 miles an hour and you hit a hard bump. This one touched something. So I'm just gonna, it was on the outside. So I'm just gonna find out where it witness marked it and then bang that in. Ready? Hey, junk bucket guy, what's up? I mean, you promised us big old burnouts. What? All right, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I went for a test ride in this thing and we did a couple of little burnouts, and the guy that was holding the camera filmed the dash and his pants, and totally not his fault. Looking at you, Kevin. So we were gonna go do some burnouts today. I mean, we could just do them now, right? It's no big deal. The car's broke. So what's happening is the fuel tank, when I built the car, was all jacked up. It had old California gas in it that was really bad, and the tank was really rusted. And I think I've said this before, but I'm cheap. So I did the right thing and I just put the old tank back in it, cleaned it as best I can. But the problem with that is once the lining is gone out of the inside of the tank, it's gone, and it's gonna keep rusting, and it's gonna keep just plugging up filters and messing everything up. So now the car's gonna have to get a fuel cell. Darn. But we'll put that on the next video. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I promise that we're going to do big old burnouts, and we're going to put them on a camera thing so that other people can see them and not just me. Take it easy.